2020, a lot of weird things happened, but Mario Judah's come up sounds about right. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how Mario Judah is actually a marketing genius and some key takeaways that you can incorporate into your own career as an artist. If you don't know who Mario Judah is, if you, I guess, haven't been existing on hip hop Twitter or seen a meme of this guy floating around, Mario Judah is a hip hop artist that uses a nu metal slash screamo type of singing style over some trap instrumentals. He started blowing up on Twitter for his track Die Very Rough. A lot of people started memeing it, saying that he sounds like a Disney villain, saying that he looks like one of those kids that sat in the lunchroom tables playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, playing with Pokemon cards. One of those kids that would be Naruto running during gym class. And on top of that, many people were clowning him for his usage of the N-word, saying that he's basically the only black person that needs an N-word pass. Now, after the retweets, likes, and comments exploded on Twitter, he would hop on to IG Live with a very impassioned performance, and he really makes you feel like you're there.
You are not fast enough! You are not brave enough! You are out of luck! Now it's time for you to die very rough!
Yeah, intense, but looks like a lot of fun. Anyway, and Die Very Rough seemed to hit its peak after the Rolling Loud performance and after the gay version of it started to blow up on TikTok.
I like big, long dick, hair, space all on his privates. I'm a predator when I swallow his...
Recently, you might see him in some hip-hop related headlines as he's threatened Playboy Cardi with releasing another Whole Lotta Red if Cardi doesn't release it. And that was a little bit of a lowdown. What I kind of realized after observing his career is that this guy is really smart and his moves are very, very calculated. I'm going to explain why. You know, I'm not saying that he's fake. I'm just saying that it's very apparent to me that he really knows what he's doing here. First thing first, I'm going to get into it because I want this video to be educational. Now, disclaimer, every artist's path is different. There's just so many ways that an artist can innovate, an artist can blow up. So I don't want you to copy exactly what Mario Judah has done, but I kind of want you to take certain lessons here and incorporate them into your own career. The first thing that an artist needs to do is create quality music. This is much easier said than done, but after you get people's attention and the music doesn't hit, you are going to have a very rough time if you cannot produce immediately afterwards. What really, I think, benefited Mario is that he's had some time to be an artist, create music for a number of years, and also develop his sound. According to Chartmetric, this track actually dropped in the summer. I think it dropped in July. Actually didn't start gaining traction until this song got tens of thousands of likes and retweets on Twitter. You can clearly see that around October 3rd and 4th is when we start seeing an upward slope in the number of monthly listeners that he has obtained. You can see that he was actually hovering around like 50 to 100 for a while, but all it really took was this one Twitter post. The second lesson here is leveraging a hit or viral moment into creating awareness. It was definitely his eccentric personality. Of course, the music is catchy, but I think why people gravitated towards it was the video clip itself. He was putting his all into that performance. I feel like in another life, Mario could be a professional wrestler or an opera singer or somebody that's been involved in theater. He kind of took those theatrical elements that people were so drawn to in the video and he began to replicate them in some really interesting and honestly unique ways. He leveraged that virality into putting himself out there onto different platforms. For example, he hopped over onto IG Live and then had that unhinged live performance of Die Very Rough, which essentially got reposted onto YouTube and Instagram and began circulating in that way.
Whoa!
Second, he was able to leverage all of that into a Rolling Loud set. He went on to Rolling Loud and basically dressed up as a Dementor. Shouts out to Prison Mike.
Your life has changed tremendously since this Twitter repost of me posting that. How do you feel about being here, man?
Blessed. No Illuminati, no devil stuff. I'm blessed.
Respect.
But people will die. The enemies will die.
Drewski is one of the most influential and most popping internet comedians out there today. There's a reason why he's in every goddamn video right now is because artists and record labels and big corporations understand how having a Drewski moment can impact your career. He really took that moment and he took it someplace that I don't think I've ever seen an artist take it with Drewski. I feel like for the first time, an artist made him feel uncomfortable and he created another viral moment with that. The way that he fully committed to his character, the way that he was able to spawn more viral moments, he was able to effectively raise awareness for his brand. People now were aware of who Mario Judah is. They were able to at least be like, oh, it's that guy. That sounds like a Disney villain. Oh, it's that guy that pretty much looked like he passed out at Rolling Loud while he was performing a song.
I'm a big dog, big bad. I'm the predator of the prey that is hiding. Oh my, I have found you, nigga.
Oh, that guy that was sweating while dressed as a Dementor in an interview with Drewski.
The Illuminati hood off him. Yeah, but oh shit. Get a close up. Are you sweating, my nigga? Yo, my nigga is sweating. Yo.
And I think for any artist, especially if you have a track that's beginning to blow up, I think this moment is very crucial in maximizing your reach and maximizing the awareness amongst potential fans. By creating awareness and by him creating all these viral moments, he was able to get people to listen to his music. Clearly, he put out something so different, but so quality that people had no choice but to listen. And I swear, Die Very Rough is just one Little Uzi, One Trippy Red remix away from just popping the fuck off. I'm telling you. Clown the video, clown the track for sounding the way it does. I haven't heard of anybody sounding like James Hetfield, but also like a screamo lead singer over a trap beat. And if anybody's done it, they clearly haven't done it well. Mario does that style very, very well. So after he raised some awareness, got people to also listen to his stuff as well. Now people were aware of who he is and what he sounds like. Yeah, normally after an artist is able to raise awareness, it's time for the artist to convert that audience into their fan base. Mario began to showcase a bit of his personality a little bit more through a Genius interview, where he was able to share his influences, share the impact that the song had on his life, and really connect to his potential audience. Other than the Genius interview, he had two other brilliant ones with Kids Take Over and Anthony Fantano, where a lot of commenters pretty much agreed on how likable of a person that he is. And that's exactly what you want. And if you have things beyond the music, such as a personality and a way in which you can connect with people, it's important to do so after you've put yourself out there and after millions of people are now paying attention. It's crucial. I think a lot of artists make the mistake of trying to put all of that and trying to connect immediately with audiences without thinking strategically and without thinking about these things in a step-by-step fashion. Because don't get me wrong, you can accomplish all of these things at the same time, but as an artist with limited resources, it's a very important for you to focus on one thing at a time. Mario did a brilliant job with that so far, but I think the one thing that is really going to help propel his momentum going into 2021 was him versus Playboi Carti. If you have been living under a rock, or if you don't listen to hip hop, and I guess if you don't listen to contemporary hip hop, then you wouldn't really know about Playboi Carti. So Playboi Carti is a contemporary artist with a massive following. He was supposed to drop an album called Whole Lotta Red for the past year and a half. So he would often tease his fans saying that he was going to drop this project next month or this month or next week or whatever. But he ended up not following through. And he ended up doing this with his fans for a year and a half. So at this point, fans have been frustrated by his absence and his empty promises. So Mario, seeing this, he fully went all the way in. And one day he dropped a video talking about all of this that was going on with Playboi Carti and just very passionately proclaimed that he was going to drop a Whole Lotta Red if Playboi Carti didn't.
This is not a game. This is not a drill. This is not a test. Drop Whole Lotta Red or I will do it for you before December 6th.
So that got a lot of people intrigued. A lot of people were wondering if he was going to drop leaks because enough tracks by Playboi Carti have been leaked to the point that people have started making their own compilation projects titled Whole Lotta Red, full of these leaked Playboi Carti songs. He also posted a Instagram live where he was in the studio and he basically made a track that sounds like a Playboi Carti track with the infamous baby voice with him speaking in Cartinese.
Niggas is already halfway done finishing your album. Quit playing with Big Dog, niggas.
Where the fuck is Mario Judah?
The threats just got to a point where Mario straight up proclaimed, if Carti does not drop by this specific date, I am dropping Whole Lotta Red. And lo and behold, after Playboi Carti didn't drop on that date, he dropped Beya. This is why it's so important to drop quality music. Because if he just ended up sounding like Playboi Carti and it was unlistenable, that meme would have died right there. But the fact that it was high key better than Playboi Carti's last single release, For Whole Lotta Red, really got people's attention. And I think that moment really converted a lot of people into fans. I remember in November, Mario Judah had about 600,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. He is now over 2 million monthly listeners towards the end of December. He was already blowing up then, but he was able to more than double his numbers. Say what you will about him, but he really, really knows what he's doing. I'm really optimistic about his career. This is the exact moment when I realized, oh, Mario knows what he's doing. And he's clearly a student of the game. Do you remember towards the beginning of Young Thug's career when him and Lil Wayne were beefing? Do you remember when Young Thug threatened to drop Carter 5 before Lil Wayne did? If I'm not mistaken, I think he was hit with a cease and desist, so he wasn't allowed to name his album that. So he ended up naming it Barter 6. I think Mario brilliantly studied that approach and applied it here, and it paid off. You need to understand that you really need to get creative with converting your fan base here, because that type of tift not only got these artists a whole bunch of attention, but after that they saw that they were making quality music, that ended up converting all of these fans. After audiences saw Thug and Mario's personalities and also heard the quality of their music, they became fans. And of course, this isn't easily replicable, but I think if you're creative, you can really, really take away something there. I think Mario has a lot of potential and he could go to a lot of places and have a very long career. But the only thing that I'm a bit wary about is that he can't overstay this Carti thing too long, because I already see people online are getting a little bit sick of it. I think it's cool for right now, but after Carti drops Whole Lotta Red, he most likely shouldn't try to antagonize Carti all too much, because at the end of the day, you don't want to burn these types of bridges early. A lot of people are connected to Carti. For example, Lil Uzi Vert. You don't want to burn that bridge to the point where Carti approaches Uzi and is like, no, you can't fuck with him. I don't fuck with him. I think it's whack. I think it's corny, whatever. And potentially lose out on a Lil Uzi Vert feature. So that's the only thing where I'm a little bit wary about. But from what I've seen so far, I feel like Mario and his team are able to read the room effectively. So I'm not too worried there, but that's where I would begin to err on the side of caution. Also, one other thing that personally I do think that he should do and would probably help his sound out a lot is to collaborate with other producers, songwriters, and artists a little bit more. I understand that he produces and he also knows how to engineer and mix and master, but his sound is so unique that I think you're going to get a lot of people trying to copy it. And this is going to be crucial so that somebody else doesn't come through and steamroll all this momentum that he's built up, is to create the best possible content that you can. And yes, that is going to involve collaborators. That is going to involve other songwriters, etc. Fuck authenticity. Fuck all of that. I personally think that aspect of creating music is so overrated. the best albums that have ever existed involved more than one person creating it. And that's a fact. That is a fact. So what would be really cool is to really lean into a hip hop direction with this next project. Maybe get some new metal screamo collaborators and potentially some legacy acts as features. I think that would be really, really cool. But I think now's the time to really lean into what he's already been doing already, having that hip hop backdrop to a very metal forefront. And maybe the following project, his sophomore project, he can go more into a metal direction. So that's my idea there. You know, I'm not Mario, so he's going to do whatever he wants, but that's what I think he should do. So take it or leave it, whatever. Just looking back at what was covered in this video and the steps that Mario took to creating momentum into 2021. First step, create quality music. Second, raise awareness and consideration for your music. Third, convert these audiences into a fan base. And there you go. And now he's in a really great position to put out a project and continually push his sound and push his own music. So what do you think? Are you a fan of Mario? Do you like what he's doing? Hit my comments below and let me know if you can take away from anything that Mario Judah is doing currently and apply it into your own rollout as an artist or a creative. And if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, comment, all of that. So yeah, this has been Naoto from Naoto's Interlude. Thank you for watching and take care.